The Color Matrix, World 17, Code 785, The Lost Sporix Beast. I sat there looking at the cluster of Ranger universes. Mark had just recently left one of them, which I was noted down as a champion universe. One of my mystery brothers, William, had one of his Ranger champions in that universe. I analysed the champion and found out it was Minnie the Pink Cornish Ranger. In this universe, Mark had a daughter, and then he perished, leaving his daughter to be the Ranger up front. The Mark I was following had just left her universe, meaning he had more than likely met her. I did need to explore the universe cluster, so I clicked on the universe and loaded it into the color matrix.
Sir, might I remind you that a chance of you running into a champion is at 86%.
Daisy stated. Yeah, I know. What am I looking at here? I asked.
Sir, this universe is a double whammy, as you would put it, as this universe is a part of the evil versions of you, under the code 785.
Daisy told me. Oh, damn it. Okay, fine. I muttered. I walked over to the console and typed in the code 785, which allowed access to the universe. That only meant one thing. I was a villain. I sighed long and hard, and I walked over to the bed, stripped off my shirt, and then I laid on the metal bed as the needles penetrated my fingertips and the back of my neck. Daisy started to explain what I was, something called a Sporix beast. I silenced her quickly. I didn't want to know, as I just wanted to get the experience over with. Daisy read me my vital signs as I lost consciousness. I woke up in darkness. I couldn't move. I was stuck, like I was crammed in a tight space. Suddenly, a portal opened, and the Red Cornish Ranger walked into the void. I was sucked out, like a vacuum. I landed on the ground, and I was able to slither away and hide under a car. I stayed there as the night turned into day, until somebody climbed into the vehicle and drove off. I was there on the road, and no one was paying attention to me. I was just a Sporix, left in slumber, lost within the cosmos, restricted by my sleep state, unable to move or break free. After a couple hours of baking in the sun, a group of young children spotted me. One of them poked me with a stick, the another rubbed the tip of his shoe into me, and I suddenly felt hatred for the little brats. I then started to feel powerful. I started to grow. In an alarming glare of light, I became a monstrous being once more. The children screamed at me in fear. They screamed at the one and only Terror Ace. I was a pterodactyl-themed monster with armor plates on my chest that resembled the full versions of an Ace playing card. I had overly large shoulder pads, and my head was a pterodactyl, my face fit within its open mouth. The children screamed out and ran away. I held out my demonic hand, and in sparks of pink, 4 cards appeared, each one a version of the Ace. I then threw out my hand, and the cards became projectiles, which collided with oncoming traffic. An oncoming truck, to be precise. There was an explosion, and the truck toppled over. The climber dived out of the window, which was now on its side, and, of course, the window had shattered. Suddenly 3 people appeared, through the means of teleportation. A young woman helped the driver to his feet and told him to flurry away. Then the young trio approached me, and the girl pointed at me. "Hey, fossil face, your terrorizing days are over," the girl barked. "Please, I don't even know where I'm terrorizing," I snapped. "Hey boss, can I show it's a Sporix beast?" one of the boys told her. "Sporix, huh? Time to add Sporix beast to a list of freaks I've beaten," the girl chirped. "Please, I'll destroy you first," I roared. The girl then held out her hand with a belt buckle in it, and it then popped open. She yelled out some random gibberish. In a flash of pink, she morphed into the Pink Cornish Ranger. Then one boy held out a phone and slotted a key into it, and then I got bored waiting around for the others to morph. I could have just attacked them then and there, but I would have been wasting my time, let's be honest. Eventually, I had the Pink Cornish Ranger, the Black Super Mega Force Ranger, and the Gentle Panda Wild Force Ranger before me. "Let's end this," the Pink Cornish Ranger barked. She summoned her power bow and fired several energy arrows at me. I I summoned a human-sized card, which sucked in the energy arrows. Then I created another big ace card above the ranger trio and released the energies back on them. The arrows rained down and sparks exploded off their suits as they dropped to the floor. The black Super Mega Force Ranger climbed to one knee and pulled out his Super Mega Blaster and fired it at me. I swiftly dodged the attack and I threw energy card projectiles at the ranger. He rolled to one side, mirroring my own efforts to dodge the attack. Then the Panda Wild Force Ranger extended his claws and ran across the ground on all fours, clearing up the distance between me and him. He then lunged at me, tackling me to the ground. He slashed me a couple times with his claws before my full ace chest plate sparked with pink electricity, blowing the ranger into the air. Then I created a large ace card and rotated it. It became rapidly fast and the ranger landed on the rotating card. He was slashed multiple times before being thrown back. I jumped to my feet and saw the pink Cornish Ranger with her power sword in hand, the black Super Mega Force Ranger with his Super Mega Saber, both of them slashing at me with their swords. I then jumped back, causing some distance. Then I threw my large rotating card once again and threw it at the two, both of them being struck down by my attack. I stood there proud as the ranger trio slowly climbed to their feet, looking all pathetic. "Don't consider yourself a victor just yet, fossil face," the pink Cornish Ranger snapped. "Why? I see 3 snivelling spandex losers before me." I chuckled. The 3 rangers stood together, and the Panda Ranger slammed his fist together and summoned the Panda Gatling Blaster. The black Super Mega Force Ranger slotted a key into his morpher and changed into the black Zeo Ranger. The pink Cornish Ranger summoned her Saber, which floated beside her. Then all 3 of them ran at me. The Panda Ranger unleashed a barrage of energy blasts from his Gatling Blaster, and I was hit multiple times. The black Zeo Ranger jumped up and landed in front of me. I decided to throw a punch, but the black Zeo Ranger caught my fist. He then held up his other hand, and his hand became encased in black energy. He hit me straight in the chest, and there was an explosion, and I was sent flying backwards. As I stood, I unleashed a barrage of my ace card bolts. The pink Cornish Ranger ran at me, Saber swinging around her, blocking my attacks. She jumped up and swung her power sword. The blade started glowing red. The strike sent a surge of energy through me. I knelt there in pain. "That's it. That is it. I've had enough," I roared. Then I started to grow. Within mere seconds, I was gigantic. I slammed my foot down trying to squash the trio, but they all rolled out of the way. The black Zeo Ranger reverted back into his black Super Mega Force form, and he held out his hand into the air. "Call in the Black Ghost Cruise Zord now," he called out. Then I looked up into the sky, and a black ghostly ship appeared from the heavens. The 3 rangers jumped up and phased into the ship. Then the Zord opened up and shifted. Pieces moved, interlocked, and clipped into place. "Ghost Cruise Megazord initiated," they called out as the Megazord stood before me. "I will make you wish that ship was a real ghost ship by the time I'm done," I threatened. The Megazord's arms opened up and unleashed a barrage of rockets. I summoned a massive card as tall as me, and the rockets phased into my card. I spun the card on its corner and then held it still, and the rockets fired back out and hit the Megazord. Then the Megazord summoned its pirate-like sword and sliced my card into 2 pieces. I unleashed 2 bolts of pink lightning from my chest plate, but the Megazord dodged them easily, and then suddenly the sky turned all black, and a bolt of red lightning ripped out of the midnight sky and absorbed into the Megazord's sword. Then the Megazord swung the sword down, unleashing a lightning attack in a powerful sword slash. I knew it was my wit's end. I didn't even bother with trying to dodge out the way or shield myself. I simply gave up. The attack hit me. I was torn apart from the inside and I exploded. I felt every atom in my body being torn apart. I was reverted back into my small, squishy, Sporix sleep-like state, and I fell from a great height and landed on the ground. After a few moments, the pink Cornish Ranger stood over me. She demorphed and the girl brat bent over and picked me up off the ground. They opened a portal and I couldn't quite see anything, but I could sense everything around me. We were in a void, a place between universes, a place thriving with morphing grid energy of different varieties. I was then handed to a woman who was a dark-skinned, slightly older, experienced ranger. She was the mentor to the trio, and pulsing with ultra-grid energy. "We never had a Sporix beast pass through here before," the woman said with curiosity in her voice. Then everything went black. I woke up and climbed off the bed.
"Sir, 8 hours here was calculated to be 16 hours and 43 minutes in that universe. And a congratulations, sir. You handled another, quote, evil version of you.
Daisy stated. Yeah, thanks. I sighed. I sat at the console and watched Mark leave another universe. I had to make sure the universes were stable after Mark's entry and exit. I looked through the catalogue of evil versions of me as well. 2 down so far. The code 785 was the key to the universes that hosted me as an evil being. And honestly, a part of me wished I never learnt that goddamn code in the first place.
The Color Matrix is a story written and performed by Tiger from Tiger Tales: The Lost Stories, part of the Three Ranger Bros production. What you have just listened to is a product created by the Three Ranger Bros studio.
Hosted by 3 cosplaying fathers who
happen to be massive geeks of all sorts of fandoms.
They are Mark, the Red Cornish Ranger,
Cosplay Dude 637,
and Tiger.
The studio covers different types of YouTube videos, TikToks, podcasts, and live streams.
If you wish to find out who cosplays who, the YouTube channel, the TikTok accounts, and the podcasts, and all of the other social media platforms,
please go to the 3rangerbrostudios.com.